Sup guys, your boy QuickStocks is back, and I promise you it's going to be an absolutely wild video, so let's just get right into it. So the question is, why would you want to own one sector of one marketplace when, I don't know, you could just own everything? Well, that seems to be Tencent's approach. Hear me out, because this is absolutely bonkers. Tencent is not only the largest video game company who owns all of Riot Games, the creator of League of Legends, and a significant share of Clash of Clans, FIFA Online, Call of Duty, League of Legends, Overwatch, PUBG, World of Warcraft, but Tencent is also the third largest social media company, only behind Facebook and Google's YouTube. Still not your thing? Well, how about music? With a soon-to-be 20% stake in the world's largest music record company, Universal Music. Or how about a 7.5% stake in Spotify? Still not sold? Really? Fine, can we at least agree that e-commerce is where it's at? Well, of course, Tencent still has you covered, with a 20% stake in JD.com, which is China's largest online retailer. Oh yeah, and the country's biggest internet company by revenue. How about we add a little bit more icing to that cake in television, cinema, cloud, online payment processors, search engines, electric vehicles like Tesla or NIO, video streaming, international real estate, insurance, VR, comics, AI. Yeah, I think you get the point. Tencent is a significant player in almost every marketplace you can imagine. If you could quickly hit those thumbs and give me some dopamine, this video is wild. So let's get right into it. Tencent, ticker Tcehy, trading for $48 a share as of April 2nd, 2020, with a revenue of $51 billion in 2019, which equates to a 15.3% increase year over year. So let's take a look at how Tencent makes its money. Man, of course we have to start with Tencent's gaming business. After all, Tencent is the world's largest video game company, bringing in nearly $20 billion in revenue in 2018. There is just no way I can cover everything under Tencent's gaming umbrella. I'll try to cover some of the big hitters. So of course, Tencent owns 40% of Epic Games, who of course is the creator behind Fortnite, which brought in $1.8 billion in revenue in 2019. But it's only fitting that Tencent also owns 11.5% of PlayerUnknown Battleground, the creator of PUBG. Tencent owns 84% of Supercell, which makes Clash of Clans, Clash Royale, and Brawl Stars. 5% of Ubisoft, 5% of Activision Blizzard, which of course includes Overwatch, World of Warcraft, Call of Duty, Candy Crush, and so much more. 80% of Grinding Gear Games, 15% of Glue Mobile, 5% of Paradox Interactive, 20% of Funcom. How about King of the Hill, FIFA Online, Rainbow Six, Path of Exile? And that one company, for some reason I just can't think of its name. Oh yeah, Tencent owns 100% of Riot Games. Riot Games includes League of Legends, which is the most popular PC game in the world. Fun fact, Tencent tried to get Riot Games to make a mobile version of League of Legends. When the developers refused, Tencent went ahead and made their own mobile clone of League of Legends and called it Arena of Valor. That became one of the most profitable mobile games in Asia, and a whole boatload more of companies such as Platinum Games, Jaeger, Frontier Development, Kako, Paradox Interactive, Fat Shark, Shark Mob, oh yeah, and Discord. I feel like it's important to note that 60% of Tencent's $19 billion gaming revenue came from mobile games. And like I said, this is just a snippet of Tencent's gaming umbrella. I might have to make a part 2, but for now, let's get into social media. It seems like Tencent even has its eyes on taking the throne away from Facebook as the world's largest social media platform. Quick side note, Tencent also owns a 12% stake in a social media company that we are invested in, which of course is Snapchat. which is kind of funny because you can't even access Snapchat in China. But that's just child's play in comparison to the big boy WeChat, which is basically the Chinese version of WhatsApp. WeChat boasts a measly 1.1 billion active users, and their other social media company QQ and Qzone boasts a nearly 823 and 572 million active users. And as we can see from these charts, Tencent may not see as many active users as Facebook, but its revenue is still comparable. Cars and ride sharing. I know this is going to get most of you guys hyped, so let's get it out of the way first. Tencent owns a 5% stake in our boy Tesla and a 1% stake in NIO. And of course, this isn't everything that Tencent has its fingers in. Tencent has also invested around $1 billion in Ola, India's main Uber competitor. $100 million in Indonesia's Gojek, a motorbike ride-hailing startup that's popular in Indonesia. It's important to note that China is home to the world's largest ride-hailing market, which is worth an estimated $23 billion. And currently, Tencent only has a small portion, but it's teamed up with Alibaba, another massive Chinese company, to launch its own ride-hailing venture. Once again, this could be just the beginning. I can see many sizable investments coming from Tencent into this sector for years to come. Music. Not only does Tencent own Tencent Music, it also has a 7.5% stake in Spotify and a 10% stake in Universal Music, with a soon-to-be 20% as soon as 2021. Take a look at all of the labels Universal Music has underneath its umbrella. So in 2014, Tencent established exclusive in China distribution agreements with several large music producers, including Sony, Warner Music, YG Entertainment, and Universal Music Group. Isn't this insane? Tencent Music is a big boy all by itself, with QQ Music, QGo, and Kuwa, which have more than 700 million active users and 120 million paying subscribers as of July 2016. Tencent Music Services are estimated to have a 56% market share of music streaming services in China. E-commerce. In 2005, Tencent launched PayPay, which is now PayPay Secondhand, which is the Chinese version of eBay, and TenPayPay, an online payment system similar to PayPal. And of course, a 20% stake in JD.com. And honestly, JD deserves a video all for itself, with a $76 billion revenue in 2019 and 360 million active users. Why not? Here's some more notable ventures from Tencent. Of course, Tencent worked with China's central bank to develop a central payment clearing platform for online payments. Forgive me if I butcher some of these names, but in March 2006, Tencent launched its search engine Soso, which was a partner of Google. Tencent discontinued Soso after it invested in Sogou and replaced Soso.com with Sogou Search as its main search engine, with around 400 million daily active users. In 2012, Tencent launched Tencent Comics, which is one of China's largest online animation platforms, which is seeing releases in every market around the world. In 2015, Tencent Pictures was created, which is a film distributor and production company that creates and distributes films based on books, comic books, animated series, and video games. But remember, this is Tencent. Why stop there? In the same year, Tencent launched Tencent Penguin Pictures, cool name, a production unit focusing on online drama. We also have QQ Player, Tencent Traveler, Tencent Weibo, a micro-blogging service, and Tencent Video, a video streaming website, QQ Hawaii, which is Tencent's first venture into international real estate. 2017, Tencent launched its own credit score system called Tencent Credit. WeAssure, an insurance agency platform, virtual reality headsets, Co-Innovation Labs, which develops cloud-based game platforms. I'm sorry guys, that's all I have. There is a lot more, and I know I really haven't been able to even get into the analytics of Tencent, which I guess I'll have to save for a part 2. But for the SparkNotes summary, before I can make a part 2, Tencent is the SoftBank of China, investing billions of dollars around the world in almost every major market. This video is already too long. I'm not going to get into the morals of investing in Tencent or the philosophy behind the company. However, trading for $48 a share and a PE of 31, will I be buying more Tencent? So we already have a small position in Tencent of $2,300. And honestly, I would love to buy more. However, we're amidst a global recession, and with a company like Tencent that's so linked to the overall global economy, it's hard to justify buying more shares, at least for a few weeks until we get a bit more clarity regarding the overall economy. Anyways, guys, like I said, it was a wild one. I hope you hit those thumbs, give me some of that dopamine, be sure to subscribe. I'll catch you in part 2. If not, I'll catch you some other time. Later, guys.